You ready to see a special global report with Zach the Celtics guy from my actual place of employment? Well, that's good, because you're going to get it. Welcome to the Global Report with Zach the Celtics guy. I'm your host, Zach the Celtics guy. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I just decided that I'm going to do this today. I might start doing this a little more often, depending on how quiet work is. But anyway, hope you all enjoy this. So, I was going to probably wait till Monday for the live stream, but then I'm thinking, this is too important. I'm sitting there contemplating. Just how important is this? I'm trying to sit here and think, how important is this? You know, I think it's actually very important. So you know what? Why don't I just talk about it? And I will. So, this whole thing about the assassination attempt of Vladimir Putin, who do you think is behind it? Who's behind it? I mean, it's a question that nobody knows, but I think I have an idea as to who it is. According to a report from the very worthy, amazing journalist for The Gray Zone, who hosts the Jimmy Dore show, usually when Jimmy Dore is on his comedy tours, Aaron Mate, released a segment saying that the U.S. gives Ukraine go-ahead to kill Putin. According to this article that he's citing from Reuters, Russia says Ukraine tried to kill Putin with nighttime drone attack on the Kremlin. A nighttime attempt? So basically after Putin has his Russian vodka and cookies and milk and he goes to sleep, and then all of a sudden they're going to hear, where'd it go? Where'd it come from? I mean, we don't know where it came from, but I mean, hey, if that missile had if it was a missile that said Kyiv on it, I wouldn't be surprised, because that's exactly where it was from. The U.S. gave Ukraine the green light to go kill Russian President Vladimir Putin. I mean, we all know it. It's been obvious from the get-go, everybody. It's been obvious. It's been obvious since the beginning, since this NATO proxy war has started. Russia says it shot down 2 drones overnight. Why would it be Russia? You really think that Russia is going to stage an attack on itself? I mean, what do you think this is? Do you think this is Syria? Do you think this is Syria, where the U.S. and the white helmets were known for staging chemical attacks in Syria? I think it's pretty obvious. We all know it. Okay, so why would Russia stage some attack? It don't make no sense. Ukraine denies responsibility, warns of terrorist provocation, and then Russia says, we reserve the right to retaliate. Russian agency says Putin was not in Kremlin at the time. Okay, that also makes no sense, because if this was really an attempt at Putin's life, why would they go after the Kremlin when Putin is not even present in the Kremlin? It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, what are they trying to do? Is it like, okay, I'm going to kind of throw in a legal lesson here for just a second. Funny enough. It's like, why would you do it if he's not in the Kremlin? It's like a prosecutor trying to say that an arsonist was committing a murder against a person in a dwelling, except the person wasn't in the dwelling. If it's an uninhabited structure, it wouldn't be first-degree arson, it would just be second-degree arson, or something along those lines. Or something like that. So, like, what was Ukraine trying to do? Were they trying to do that? Were they trying to say, yeah, let's go do that. Let's go after him, or let's go do something like that. Like, let's go do that. No, I don't think so. No. They were trying to go after him in the middle of the night. That's what was going on. They were trying to go after him in the middle of the night, thinking that he had his Russian vodka. He read some novels. He may have read maybe some novels, and he had a novel idea, and he was reading some novels, and then look what happened. Look what happened. No. What happened is the fact that Ukraine was trying to plot an attempt at Putin's life, thinking that he was asleep in the Kremlin that night. When this happened a few days ago, this is fairly recent, they were thinking, oh, Putin Putin must be asleep. Putin must be asleep. He must be asleep, so let's go and plot an attempt at his life. That's obviously what happened here. And if Ukraine is going to sit there, okay, Mr. Gym Teacher President, Mr. Zelensky, who dresses up like a gym teacher, we all know of it. We know how he dresses. He dresses like a dumpster fire. He can deny responsibility. He can sit there and he can deny it all he wants, but we all know that he was behind it. We all know that Ukraine was behind this attempt. We all know it. I know it, and a lot of other people know. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing. But of course it would be conspiratorial, like what Wikipedia says about Mint Press News and the Gray Zone, and says about Russell Brand and Jeffrey Sachs. They say about all of us who are anti-imperialists. They sit there and they say, you are conspiratorial. You're an authoritarian apologist. It's like, no, we're just sitting there and we're having ideas. It's like ideas. You're saying that I'm a conspiracy theorist, you're like a tinfoil hat. And I'm like, no. I'm pulling a Lynn Toller here. It's like I'm I'm pulling a Lynn Toller here. I'm sitting here like, you're gonna sit there and call me things? I don't think so. I don't operate that way. You sit there and say things about me, it's like, you're gonna sit there and I'll pull a Lynn Toller. No.
Who tells you that he loves you without being prompted or looking for sex, and you're telling me that you want to leave him because he treats a good black woman, which we're going to have to qualify.
So no. I am no conspiracy theorist. I just have theories. But everything, there are things that can be conspiracies. I'm just throwing out some possibilities. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a possibility theorist. Ta-da! I'm gone. I'm a theory. I'm a possibility theorist. You get it? Yeah, alright, It's just, no. So, no. Ukraine was obviously behind this. The CIA was giving Ukraine the authority to do so. So now if President Putin decides to do something drastic, then you know what? It's going to be on you again, just like it was the first time around. When you poke the stick in the eye of the tiger at the zoo, the closest zoo to me is the Stone Zoo. Maybe the Franklin Park Zoo. No, actually probably would be the Franklin Park Zoo. Because that's in Boston. I work only one city over to Boston. Hi, Sabby Sabs, who lives in Boston as well. When you poke the stick in the eye of the tiger or the wilderness animal at the zoo, and you expect the animal to not react, that's what NATO has been doing to Russian territory forever now. like it's been obvious from the beginning. We all know this. We all know this except for the dunderheads who work at CNN and MSNBC and Fox News. I would call them worse names, but since I'm on the job and I'm on duty, I kind of have to tone down the things that I'd like to call these sludge bags. I'll call them that. I would say worse things if I wasn't on duty. Anyway, I'm doing the classic gay snapping fingers. You know how that shit goes. Anyway, funniness aside, it's obvious. Mr. Zelensky, stop denying things. We all know it was you. Just like the heads of NATO, Joe Biden, just like Biden was behind the destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline. We all know it was you. or it could have been Poland, just like when Ukraine staged attacks on Poland and then blamed it on Russia. We all know this is all on you. This is on you. Why would Russia stage an attack on itself? That don't make no sense. I mean, the U.S. and Israel staged plenty of attacks. The fake chemical attacks in Syria and Duma and the other places. I'm forgetting the names. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Aaron Mate about that one. If I had his email, if I had his number, I could go. Is this the Gray Zone hotline? Hello? Damn it, the phone's not working. Damn it, I gotta pay that electric bill. Damn it, I gotta pay that electric bill. I gotta pay that internet bill. Anyway, no, I'm just being silly here. Being part silly, part comedic, part serious here, but no. It's obvious that Russia didn't stage no attack on Putin itself. It was obvious. The NATO provocation against Russia was years in the making. Just like the Crimea crisis happened in 2014, leading to this full-on war that's going on right now. And Ukraine is now dominating the West and the U.S., treating it like it's a game of Risk, like moving your pieces around. That, look at that, you know? This is you. Moving your pieces around, it's like a game of Risk. It's like that quote that Jeffrey Sachs made. Neocons, which Zelensky is, he is a neocon. He's textbook definition of a neocon. You would sit there and move your pieces around like it's a game of Risk. That's what it is. That's what Ukraine is doing with all the NATO countries and are doing with the U.S. and are doing with Canada as well, and are doing with all of them. Japan and South Korea as well. Basically, anyone who's a puppet of the U.S., that's what they're doing. So, they're doing all that, and none of it's looking good. So the point of this segment here is that we all know who's behind this whole thing. The war machine is behind the whole thing, just like the war machine has been behind all of the things and all of the provocations that have been going around. That's the point of this that was the point of the whole thing. To continue the wars, and so long as we don't bring them to the negotiating table, the wars will continue. And the wars will continue so long as we continue with the two-party system. That's why I say, whoever's against the two-party system, RFK Jr., I say vote for him. And that's who I'm going to vote for. Or maybe I just might never vote for one of these candidates ever again. Maybe I just shouldn't do that. Because what have they done besides disappoint me over and over and over again? That's right, they have. So what we need to do is say, enough with the nonsense. So anyways, yeah. This stuff is crazy. So no, Ukraine and NATO were definitely behind this, 100%. And yeah. Well, I have to get back to work. Hope you all enjoyed this segment. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with my next live stream. Look out for it. More stuff on the way. This is Zach, the Salvage Guy, reporting from my place of employment, and a very special episode. I might make these more often, depending on how slow work is or how busy work is. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time, and I will see you all on Monday. Until then, stay safe, stay well, stay classy, and as always, keep fighting and keep on rocking. Till next time, so long, have a great weekend, see you all on Monday, and peace out.